The level of the beck can rise really quickly when it rains, almost explosively.
So the timely operation of the defences here in Skinningrove can be a challenge for us.
When they put the parapets down, we cannot gain access. This is a really big problem, and it's going to be a case of life and death, really.
This project will give the community the assurance that they are protected in the long term from flood events.
So Skinningrove is what we call a rapid response catchment. And what we mean by that is the level of the beck can rise really quickly when it rains, almost explosively. It can go from a trickle like it is today through to a sort of fast flowing torrent of muddy water carrying a lot of debris, so a lot of trees that have fallen into the beck.
The flood defences here in Skinningrove consist of the floodgates here on the bridge that I'm standing on here, some parapets and also a series of flood walls. So those assets, particularly the gates and the parapets, which are demountable, need to be operated manually by our operations teams to protect the village from flooding. So the timely operation of the defences here in Skinningrove can be a challenge for us due to the unpredictable nature of the beck. It's very fast responding to the weather, so levels can rise very quickly.
One of the biggest problems is the actual bridge we stood on. When they put the parapets down, we cannot gain access to Groveville or the bottom row here. This is a really big problem, mainly because no cars, no ambulances, no fire engines, nothing like that can get across. At some point we're going to be stuck due to them being ill or somebody being ill, and it's going to be a case of life and death, really.
So the proposed solution here in Skinningrove is to remove the stone bridge that I'm standing on now, which will also remove the floodgates that we need to manually operate currently, and putting in a new vehicular access just behind me there between New Zetland Row and Company Row, which will allow vehicles to pass freely, and also the level of that bridge will remove the risk of blockages, posing an increased risk of flooding as well.
The Skinningrove Flood Alleviation Scheme it's been an opportunity to work with the local community and Redcar Council, Highways and Bridges team to develop options at how we look to mitigate flood in Skinningrove. We've worked collaboratively with them to develop the design of the new bridge. The new bridge will be a steel span structure with a concrete deck. It will be a 14-metre span across the watercourse, providing some environmental benefits and landscape solutions in and around the Riverside building.
The huge benefit of the new scheme once it's implemented here for Skinningrove will be that there'll no longer be a need for manual operation of floodgates and the disruption and time that can take to happen. So it will remove that need altogether and improve the flood defence for the community of Skinningrove.
The other advantage of the scheme is the current bridge behind us is quite low, so in floods where we get a lot of debris coming down, this bridge here can trap debris, cause a blockage which exacerbates the flood risk to the properties in the village. So the new bridge is sat higher in the watercourse, above the watercourse, so yeah, the risk of blockage will be far reduced.
The new bridge would alleviate a lot of problems, number one being ambulances, fire engine, emergency equipment could get across it with no problems at all. The bridge will go over without it getting flooded, being able to get flooded, which is going to alleviate all the flood risk.
And it'll give that community that real peace of mind that even in some of the really extreme weather, that they're going to be protected against flood risk from the beck here.
There's been a long history of flooding in Skinningrove, and this project will give the community the assurance that they are protected in the long term from flood events.